Hello, my brothers and sisters. It's Solani. I am back with another video. I would like to thank you for commenting, liking my videos, and also for subscribing. I have seen an increase of subscribers. Thank you for that. Today we will be talking about how to keep with your faith because sometimes we want to give up. We don't want to continue on because of life obstacles, circumstances. So sometimes we just want to give up. First, let's get to be reading from Joshua 5, verse 6. It says that the Israelites, they wandered in the desert for 40 years. For 40 years, the Israelite wandered in the desert. If they had such perseverance to continue on, to find the promised land, to get to the promised land, why is it so hard for us to give up whatever little thing that the enemy or even God throw at us? Why can't we say, okay, this is a test. I can get through this. With God's help, I can get through this because I know He is testing me. The Israelite, it says in Joshua 5:6, the Israelite wandered through the desert for 40 years before they could find the promised land. You know, sometimes we want to just give up. Let's say one of our children is sick. Let's say ourself is sick. Let's say we lost our job, especially during times like this where people are losing jobs from left to right. Companies are being closed permanently. You know, this is a time where people is questioning whether there is a God, is questioning their faith. You know, this is the most proceeding time where we need to rely on our faith more, where we need to persevere, where we need to say, okay, I'm going through this right now, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. God is testing me right now, and I know tomorrow will be better. Even if tomorrow is not better, I know next year might be better. So this is why you should keep your faith, because the Israelites wandered in the desert. They didn't know where they were going. They were circling around so they could find that promised land. They were wandering, my brothers and sisters, but they never give up the faith because they knew there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, I know you might be suffering from the loss of your income right now. You might be suffering from a sickness, a divorce, whatever you might be going through. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Give it to God. Whatever you cannot handle, lift it up unto God. Relinquish control. Sometimes we're so comfortable. We think we can solve everything that we are going through. We think we have the high power, when our God who is in heaven has the high power. So what is holding you from relinquishing control to your Father who is in heaven? He said He makes the heaven and the earth, and everything in it belongs to Him. If everything on the earth belongs to your Father who is in heaven, what makes you think He cannot control what's going on? Yes, we are facing such difficulties right now, but our Father who is in heaven, have the power to overcome the battles that we are going through, to overcome the loss of income that we are going through, to overcome the sicknesses. We need to have perseverance. That is the first lesson today. Perseverance. We need to persevere. We need to keep on going after God. We need to be more like the Israelites. They had such perseverance to seek after the promised land. We need to have that kind of perseverance. Although it went through the wonderland for 40 years, the Israelites never give up. They kept going and going. Persevere, my brothers and sisters. Persevere. Whatever battles you're going through, persevere. Second, we need to not dwell on our problems. 1 Corinthians verse 13 says, "There hath no temptation taken you but such as is common to men. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that he may be able to bear it." That is from 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13. God never gave us something that we're not able to weigh. We cannot carry the weight. God never gives us something that he knows that we cannot bear the weight of carrying it. If we are going through the sickness, if you are going through loss of income, that you are worrying about how you're going to pay your mortgage, how you're going to pay your electricity, how you even going for food, to put food on the table for your family. Know that God is able. Yes, he is able, my brothers and sisters. He never gives us anything that we cannot bear the weight of. If it's a lack of food that you worry, remember, he fed his people. He fed 5,000 of people with 2 loaves of bread and 5 fishes. Remember that. So the same way he could have fed his people is the same way he's going to send someone knocking on your door to give you something. Oh, when someone come knocking on your door, you will wonder, oh, how is that happening? How could that be? I haven't seen such person in a long time. I haven't even heard from that person in years. But it's God, my brothers and sisters. It's God. The same way he fed his people is the same way he will feed you too. He will clothe you. He said, don't worry about what you should eat or what you should wear. Just put him above all things, and everything else shall follow. Do you have the faith of a mustard seed to put God above all things today? Do you have the faith of a mustard seed? That is our second topic today. The faith of a mustard seed. It says on Matthew 17 verse 20. If you only had the faith of a mustard seed, we could move a mountain. We would tell the mountain, remove hence therefore, and it will be removed. If we only had the faith of a mustard seed. My brothers and sisters, do you know how big a mustard seed is? Do you know how big a mustard seed is? If we only had such faith, we would tell the mountain, move, and the mountain will listen to us to remove itself from us. That's how powerful having a spiritual, having a special connection, having such faith in the Lord. That's how powerful it is. Are you willing to have that mustard seed faith to tell the mountain to move and it shall be removed from you? If you are worried about success, everyone you see that is successful, believe me, they had to go through such failure before they could be what they are today. We have to go through failures. We have to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly before we could get to where we want to be. You know, I can use myself as an example. I feel like I was so stagnant with my faith. I was in a comfort zone. And I hated being in that comfort zone. I wanted more of Jesus. I pray, I cry out to God. I want more of you, God. I want to be closer to you. I want a special connection with you. Because I felt so stagnant. You know, stagnation kills, my brothers and sisters. Stagnation kills. If you feel stagnant in your situation, it will kill you. It will kill your dream. It will kill your mind, the way you think. You will never grow if you remain in stagnation, my brothers and sisters. Now, I am testing you today. I'm going to give you a test today. Take a leap of faith and take one step forward from your stagnation. Because that's what I did. I felt so comfortable. I felt stagnant with my faith. So I took a leap of faith and started my YouTube channel to begin to learn more about Jesus, about the words of Christ, the word of God. Because I don't want to remain stagnant. I don't want to go to church and come home and feel the same way. That's what stagnation is. You're not moving forward. It kills you. And that is the enemy plan, to not know about God, to not know the word of God. So take a leap of faith and move on from your failures. Take a leap of faith and move on a step forward from your circumstances. Before you can reach success, success comes from failure. Are you going through breakout, breakdown, or breakthrough? Those things comes with success. You don't just wake up one morning and find success.